Alright, yo, what's up guys, Terrell here on Terrell Game Vlogs. This is going to be fairly unorthodox because I usually don't talk about, ironically, even though this is a vlog channel which would be more like real life personal shit, I don't really talk that deeply into personal shit. I'm not saying this is inherently personal, but it's randomly personal, I guess. So, as you can probably see from the title, this is me complaining about the Comcast service that I recently found out about 2 days ago. So, if anyone doesn't know, when it comes to the internet / cable in my house, I'm usually the one paying for it. Why? Because I'm the one who uses the internet the most, and my parents are cheap / broke. That's usually how that kind of works. And I said, cool, I pay for the internet because I'm the main one who uses it. I was like, alright, fine. I think we have switched like 4 or 5 times. It's not even switching in the sense of switching to one and switching to 4 or 5 different companies. No, it's literally like switching between companies. Usually it wasn't me, because originally I wasn't paying for it. Like it went from like Comcast to Technology to AT&T, I think, or was it DirecTV? I don't even fucking know. It was a third one, I can't remember, and then it just kind of kept going back between Technology and Comcast. And then bills started piling up, and they couldn't pay shit. So when they switched to my name, it was like, alright, we're going to Comcast. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I do not want this in my name. Particularly because, for one, I am paying way too fucking much for an internet speed that is slow as shit, and two, you get kick-ass deals when you're a new customer, and I'm like, well, you know what, that's stepdad, switch with me. So technically it's in his name, but I'm the one paying for it. And that's all fine and dandy, because we got this kick-ass thing where we get like cable and blast internet for like, I think, a year or 2 years. At like $40 a month, which is nice. And then my mother is like, well, I want to use the cable, so we had to go get these. Now let me show you what it is. This piece of shit, and I'm gonna call it a piece of shit because I blame my mother partially for this. Now we have multiple rooms in the house that has TVs in it, so we have this thing right here, this Comcast box. It comes with a fucking remote, right? And you hook this up to each room, and you're like, well, what's the big issue? I mean, you pay for the internet. I mean, it comes with the TV stuff, so what's the big deal? Here's the big deal. Those boxes aren't free. Like the big digital one that you get downstairs, I have downstairs, that's for like all the channels and the on-demand service and everything. That one's free. The other small ones, which we have 3 of those small ones, are, I think, like $2 or $3 a piece a month. And I'm like, so it's not really $40, it's like $46, $47. It's like $47. And I'm like, and by the way, I'm recording this at like 3 o'clock in the morning, so if I yawn, I apologize. But it's like, okay, so it's like $46, $47 a month. I'm like, well, I mean, it's still not that big of a deal. What ticks me off more about that is my mom was like, put it in such and such room. You know, for her and my sister, that's cool, but I wasn't going to use it. But she's like, you need to get one. I'm like, Mom, you're not going to fucking pay for it. Don't. And she got it anyway. So now I'm stuck with it, which is bullshit because now it's not in my name, so I don't have the authority to say shit. And if I say fuck it, then I lose the internet. So that's some great cock blocking right there, whatever the fuck you want to call that. Anyway, so we have that situation. And then I recently find out about the data usage cap, which became a thing for us where we are at, and we live in Georgia. I don't know if it's the state of Georgia itself or just my area or my city, but for those who don't know, Comcast is now enforcing a usage cap that I think they've had for a while now, but they're just now enforcing it. What the usage cap is pretty much, it's kind of like your phone. They now have like a data section. It's like a data usage thing. It's like how your phone, like if you want to use the 3G or the 4G on your phone, you only get a certain amount depending on what kind of plan you have, and then once you hit that amount. But see, the difference between phones, they just slow the shit out of it, and they don't charge you anything extra. And I like my phone. My phone cool for that. T-Mobile was cool people for that. They have a feature that automatically gives you 500 megabytes, and if you pass that, then you fucked yourself. But at least then you're not getting charged if you keep going, because your internet is slowed down immensely. Like, it's no longer like that badass 4G because you hit the limit. But you're not getting charged. So I'm like, oh, well, okay, that's not a big deal. Comcast like, no. we are going to charge you. Every time you, the threshold is 300 gigabytes for a month, which isn't really shit. Especially if you're the kind of person who streams. And that's the thing about what I do. I make YouTube videos, so I'm constantly uploading things on and off of YouTube. I'm on social networking sites like usual. I have a website that I run. And, oh, that's right, I watch Crunchyroll and Neon Alley and stream anime and other fucking various websites. And now it's like, if I do any of that shit in HD, or, it becomes a big fucking mess, pretty much. Like, I actually looked at my usage for the other 2 days, like for the other few months that they recorded before they started charging me for this shit. I hit like almost 500 to 600 like every fucking month. I think September was the only one that was low, and I don't remember why actually. I actually legitimately don't know why. But it's fucking ridiculous. The point is, I'm more consistent with over benching that than under it. And it's not like when you hit the cap, it's not like with T-Mobile where it just slows down. No. And see, this is the other thing. It doesn't even affect your speed. This is like a separate thing. It's not like with the data usage for T-Mobile where it affects your internet speed. No, my internet will still go fast. I just, for some fucking reason, it's more depending on like how much HD material I stream, how much shit I upload or download, and I'm like, so I'm getting charged for every little thing. And when I hit 300 and I go past 300, even if it's just 301, I get charged $10. You get charged $10 every time you hit. I think after that first one, it gives you 50 extra gigabytes, and then you get charged $10, and then that happens every time you go over the 50. And I'm like, so I'm getting $10 charged into my bill, which for those who don't realize, that means if I were to fuck up once and get that thing at 301, I get charged $10, and now my bill goes from almost $50 to almost $60. Meaning, if it gets hit like 3 times or 4 times, first of all, I'm still not halfway. Because if it's 4 times, it's like an extra 200, and I say I hit somewhere between 500 and 600. Meaning, that's an extra $40, which now makes my deal seem really fucking pointless. It's like, oh look, $80. For an internet server, and the internet takes up too damn much because they want to all of a sudden start charging for a data package. And the funny thing is that they told me on the phone, it's like, it has nothing to do with your speed. It doesn't cap off either. You just fucking start getting charged after a certain point. And I'm like, yo, why in the fuck? Obviously, I know it's a money grab thing, but it's such a dick move. And for families, I don't understand how and it's not like the plans change. It's not like if you have a higher plan that the shit goes higher. From what I understand, the only way it switches is if you have like a business plan or some shit. But the data thing is still an issue. So I'm like, what the fuck was the point of getting this cool deal that I can't even fully take advantage of unless I just limit the shit out of everything I do? We're going to do that. We're just piss me the fuck off, because I'm like, I've already hit it. This kills me. I'm near the end of the month. I've already hit it. I have about 8 more days, well 7 now, about 7 more fucking days of November, and I've already hit the cap, and I'm already like 19 or 20 gigs already into that first 50. Meaning, by my luck, I'll probably hit that next one before the week is done. And that's fucking ridiculous. Why are there caps on data usage? And how the hell would that work for a family? And see, what kills me is that Blast is not like a super high level. It's like I think maybe the 3rd highest. I think you have like real basic, you have performance. No, I think you have performance, you have like performance plus, and then you have Blast. Meaning I have like the 3rd highest, which really isn't saying much. And the 3rd highest, by the way, the $40 isn't what it usually costs. It usually costs a lot fucking more than that. So like the promotion ends, and I still have this. How the fuck? This makes people not want to pay for that kind of shit. This makes people want to switch to Technology or AT&T or Net or someone the fuck else, because that's ridiculous. Why would you start data capping all of a sudden? Yeah, I understand you had the feature in place. And I understand, as I said, it's a money grab thing, but it's bullshit. It is complete bullshit to cap how much internet I can use. It's kind of like Xbox Live or PSN or PlayStation Plus all of a sudden, where it's like I'm already paying for the service, but you want me to pay for a service on top of the service. What kind of logic that is? It's like I have to pay you to use the internet, but now I have to pay you to keep using the internet at the cost I'm already paying. It's like I want to use the blast, the blast internet that I pay for, but to keep using it efficiently, I have to pay you an extra $10 every time I go past a fucking threshold that most people can't control. Because granted, I'm the main one in the house to use the internet. That doesn't mean my parents don't use the internet. That doesn't mean my sister uses it almost nearly not as much as I do, but a pretty good amount. And this shit baffles my mind and just infuriates the fuck out of me. Like, that's the best way to describe it. And see what kills me is I'm gonna upload this video. Oh look, there's about 5 or 6 gigs right there. What? Trial period my ass. Like, that's what I want to say. It was like, oh, this is just a trial period thing. No, this is to see how much backlash you get and see how much you give a shit. And if you don't give a shit enough, then you'll just fucking lower the cap even further and charge even more for when this shit rolls over, to the point where people are spending hundreds of dollars on internet. On fucking internet, mind you. That's internet. A luxury is that fucking expensive. I can get a phone service that isn't that goddamn expensive. Why in the fuck? What is with everything just being gouged up the ass, being monopolized? I'm just saying, Comcast, you're like the biggest cable company. But yeah, of course, cheat the shit out of the customer because you only have a few competition. You're the most well known. It's just fucking ridiculous to me. It's just like, well, I guess we need to make more money. I guess we should just fucking start nickeling and diming the shit out of the customer to make him want to leave. But knowing that some of you guys, and what kills me is I know some of you guys who might be going through the same shit, or your parents are anyway. Some of you can only get Comcast. That's the other, and I hate that. I hate that so fucking much. That would make niggas want to start stealing internet from other people and just not giving a fuck. Because this shit's ridiculous. And it's fucking ridiculous. Shit just annoys me. So now it's like, well, I could either get rid of this kick-ass deal I have, or just start really limiting the shit out of myself. Like Crunchyroll, I can't even take advantage of the 1080p features I have. It's like I'm an ambassador. I don't have to pay for my thing, and I can't even watch the damn anime in 1080p, because if I do that, then my internet, because now I'm not worried about the Crunchyroll shit. I'm not worried about Comcast being like, well, you use HD, that's another 20 gigs right there, bitch. And I'm like, well, that is fucking great. Thank you for telling me. Granted, I didn't even know about this shit until like near the end of the month, so I've already fucked up my entire thing. And the only reason why I found out is because they gave me a message on the 18th about how I was 90% using my usage data, which I had not heard shit about until that day. That is great, Comcast. But you $50 fucking dollars for me next month. It's fucking ridiculous. $50-something for me. It's fucking ridiculous. Mom's like, I'm gonna help you pay. No, you're not, Mom. You're not gonna fucking help me pay. Just shit. It's annoying. It's like I get everything straightened out with the internet, and just fucking the joys of being an adult. Everybody, fucking bullshit. Vlogs again for your boy Terrell. Peace all. Just venting. Shit just annoyed the shit out of me. Damn.